movies to do her chameleon thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know one setting
Except for the movie, they actually had her wear some like latex bullshit. But
Yep.
one setting I absolutely love to play in is Alita Battle Angel. That looks like such a cool ass setting to be in.
Are they ever gonna make the second movie?
We
They're
might
not,
get the second.
It didn't do good domestically. That's the.
I know
did
they're still
amazing
talking about
internationally. Like that
No,
was the.
Google it. They actually had a reboot of their wanting to do it. So the fingers crossed we make it Alita Battle Angel 2.
Oh my god, I freaking love the first movie. It was so
good.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's just
it's not like the manga doesn't have a fan base.
Yeah, it's just that it's an older fan base, but that doesn't mean it's, you know, an unheard of fan base. Like, the thing is, when I first started getting into anime, that was one of the first mangas that was recommended to me by an older person, Alita Battle Angel. So.
Nice. Hey, it's a good one. It hits post-apocalyptic and cyberpunk feels.
I know, it's such a cool setting. And plus, like, there's a lot of mystery to it in the very beginning with, like, knowing what Alita is and exactly, like, what was happening with it, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's really good. Okay, and then the other one I was thinking about getting, besides that, was... I just saw it. I was looking at them right now, god dang it. Oh, Gene Sculpted Physique.
Oh my god, when he comes back, he's gonna be such an Adonis. You guys are gonna look at him and go, dude, did you have some work done?
An invisible Adonis. Right?
He looks really good, but we can't see him.
Yeah, too bad we can't see his gains.
Oh, all of a sudden he starts turning the temp in the showers down so you guys can see less steam.
Yeah, I want to get bone plating now that you think about it. It's shot a lot.
You guys are all in the shop going, "Hey, dude, check out this. I got some shaping done." It's like bone plating sounds kind of nice as you rub the old bullet wound in the side.
Yeah, I've been getting shot a lot lately, so.
Time to fix that.
Well, it's not that it's gonna fix it, but it'll help a little bit.
And in honor of Halloween season, you guys are all enjoying a nice, relaxed time off where you guys haven't been deployed in like 2 months. You're all healed up. All your crits have been healed.
2 months.
Corporations, been doing nice and steady business. You guys have been put on like desk duty, reviewing security footage and stuff like that. Yep. Boring crap where, the dojo seems to almost be going to waste, except, of course, your, boss keeps bringing you in to do exercises at the very least of attacking the newest models of the security clones to see if they've improved on the base model, thanks to your input. But you guys are enjoying a nice, relaxing Halloween. Now the question is, how are each of you spending your Halloween before the sun sets? As, of course, Dante's busy with his girlfriend at a Halloween party.
Yeah.
There's not a corporate Halloween party? I mean, what the heck?
Unfortunately, Halloween's not that big in Japan.
So we're not in. Never mind.
Ah, but you're in a Japanese.
Our corporation is Japanese.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it's an opportunity to sing karaoke. So, I mean.
Well, it doesn't mean.
You know what karaoke means in Japanese, right?
Get drunk, sing bad.
Tone deaf.
It doesn't mean people are doing their own private parties. I mean, there's totally parties going on in the giant Jinteki building, but there's no official Halloween parties.
Okay.
They're like department parties.
As you see a bunch of the Gene Modder guys coming out with, look at my Oni teeth. They'll only last for about 2 weeks before they go back to normal. Because, Gene Modders and Halloween. Is that a bunny tail? Yes, and it wiggles. It's not vestigial. Everybody's in the
probably drinking somewhere.
I mean, there's plenty of Halloween parties all over the place.
I am going to the shitty Japanese downtown area and going to a hole-in-the-wall restaurant and eating there.
Okay, there's plenty of those.
Yes. I have like one particular one that I love because they make the soba just right.
Ooh. And here I thought Akita would be with his family.
He did that last Friday night at Sushi IOU.
So what's Mevin up to on Halloween afternoon to evening is all the kids are going by in their cool cyberpunk holographic costumes.
Oh, I'm absolutely handing out candy.
What, in
What's it laced with?
cyberspace?
No. Like I have a giant bucket of candy, and every
Nice.
time kids go by, I open up the door to hand it out.
Aww.
It's fucking Halloween.
I feel like he's planning something bad.
No.
Wow.
He
This
enjoys
is where
Halloween.
Mevin gets to give back.
All that loot that he stole. I mean, acquired.
Hey, I got it through my own hard work.
Just because he's sliced
Yeah,
to have free
Dean didn't
candy
know.
delivered to his house from the candy corporations that he knows are crooked, so screw those guys.
Are you kidding? Candy Corporation? No. I'm sourcing my candy from Jinteki. It's all made genetically bio gene spliced fucking chocolate.
Is
Your
it me
mic
or did he
went-
just go?
Yeah, your mic
He
went
got
No, he
like
very
went super
distant.
quiet.
Yeah.
He was not wanting Jinteki to know that he's giving away the mushroom-based mycelial candies. Who knew that they're working on candy that's based on fungus that almost tastes the same, but doesn't require those silly cocoa beans to be grown? Too much resources go into those cocoa beans. Now, if only we could perfect the chocolate milk cow.
Oh my god, I should get toughened skin too to add 2 soak.
Oh my god. Now he's finally looking at the catalog.
Yeah, I was originally not gonna have that type of character, but then I got shot up pretty good. Not last time, but the time before.
People get beat up a little bit and they get all touchy.
Yep. You violate their epidermis too many times and they start, getting wiggy about it.
It's amazing how your morals and ideals change when you get shot 20 times.
And what's Sapio doing for Halloween?
Getting some work done, apparently.
I'm at the shop. This is good shit. 50% off? Why haven't I done this sooner? Okay.
Yeah.
And what's Hayato doing?
Next, I'd find some quiet spot to go drink.
Oh, you guys are being total loners out there across the city. Is all of your pads give an emergency class 1A alerts for you to respond from your liaison.
See,
And of
this
course-
is why you never go out on holidays, especially Halloween, because it's just weird.
And the worst part is your boss has the override on your pad, so all of a sudden, click, your camera turns on and it's looking at the ceilings of everywhere you guys are. As your boss is in the dojo and he says, I need your team to immediately get ready to go. The Dōshin are needed. I've activated your pad beacons. Your rides will arrive shortly. Be prepared. Please select your equipment loadout for a infiltration in a possibly civilian-occupied Jinteki facility. And of course, it totally pops up with your auto display of which of your packages you would like to select and have in the van waiting for you.
Which we've all customized, so we don't use that crap anymore.
Yeah, but it's got your options just in case.
Yeah.
And he tells all of you to, of course, put in your privacy earbuds so that way he can talk without you being heard in public.
Yeah.
I gotta Yeah. I think I'm gonna wear my plasteel carapace.
Put the earpiece in. Go wait for the vehicle. Go figure.
As, of course, automatically some Johnny cabs all around town have mobilized to come pick you guys up and meet you with your van that's en route. So has anyone not put their earbuds in or acknowledged the call?
I acknowledge.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I think my sound cut out.
Ah, that's a good excuse. Is that what you tell the liaison? So does everyone acknowledge the fact that you've got the call that you're being summoned to be picked up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Sadly.
As he gives a heartfelt bow to all of you on the pad display and says, I must apologize, but unfortunately there is a priority A1 situation that needs your group to respond. Only, I believe, the Dōshin can respond appropriately in this situation. Unfortunately, a facility that was once owned by the now defunct Akihabara Research Collective is now owned by Jinteki. Rumor has it, from what I've been told, the building was used for using genetic and cloning experiments, henceforth why Jinteki absorbed their corporation, and then retired the facility.
Weren't they?
What's that?
They were trying to make anime girls, weren't they?
Did they get Did they get funding from the government? Finally.
Unfortunately, the facility was shut down and closed at least a decade ago, so we have very little intelligence on it. And he shows a basic blueprint of a 3-story building. Looks like office buildings on the second story. Looks like a big warehousey looking second story. And then there's a sub basement where there's the computers and things like that and automated machinery. Looks very pictures taken before the company actually moved in ish, which is the worst when it comes to blueprints, because that means they put walls in places that didn't exist since the blueprints.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we shut the facility down after acquiring all of their intellectual property and disseminating it amongst the many Jinteki subgroups. However, recently our security team was acknowledged that a unknown access was made into the facility, and power systems that have been long shut off have been reactivated, tripping multiple alarms. But as you can see, and he waves a button, and like 6 different webcams pop up of different security cameras, and you see like all of a sudden a drone flies by one, and then the drone stops and turns around and spray paints the camera. And then in the other camera, you see it looks like a group of kids running by trick-or-treating. But then all of a sudden, one of the kids turns back, pulls something out of his jack-o'-lantern, and throws it at the camera, and it goes splat and dark. And then you see this weird digitized person that obviously they've got some kind of, code on their costume that causes it to digitize on camera. Our hacker friend knows all about that. As he comes up and all of a sudden he must have done something because he gestures at the camera and there's an emoji of a finger with the middle finger up and an angry devil face emoji pops up on the person's face as they say, "Screw you! Party on!" And the camera goes blip. And then he basically, shows you these different cameras being deactivated, and he says, "We sent a general Jinteki security force along with some research agents, and they have not been heard back from." And it just shows the one security vehicle's got a dash cam pointed at the building, and you can see that the front gates are just smashed flat, like somebody hit it with a car and drove over the gates. And there's the occasional blinking light coming out of the windows that seem to be covered up with, paper and paint.
All right.
Okay.
Have you selected your equipment so that when you arrive, the van will be prepared? Your driver will meet you 1 block away from the facility so you have time and space to suit up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Once you get there, you will to secure the facility and deactivate the computer core.
Hey.
Unfortunately, the core should not be active, but for our research teams state there are some indications that some subsystems are attempting to reroute themselves to the net. But the core itself is not active. As it sounds like somebody wants the destiny.
Story points.
They don't like the fact that all the points are on my side.
Nope.
No.
It's slightly concerning.
Everybody should
And just
be...
for that, I'm going to use my ability and take away your last one.
Wow.
Are you? You can if you want. Okay, I mean... All of a sudden, everybody else gets adversary 1.
Well, you know what? Fair trade. I'll take it.
No trick or treat for me, huh?
Hey, I've been
I'm
here.
sure
This will
you'll
be
get
my
'em in plenty
first
of
year in
time.
this house, and I'd be willing to bet I will not get my first trick or treater.
So I can use my machine gun, right?
You have your machine gun. It's in the vehicle, all pretty and clean.
Yay!
Well, what's the company status on engagement?
You are to use
ROE.
You are to use your personal discretion. You are masters of infiltration and exfiltration and target liquidation. But if these are civilians in the building, we cannot allow them to get away with our technology. But more appropriately, we cannot afford to lose face on wanton destruction. So use your discretion. And he gives you the look, the serious, thin-eyed look. That does not mean to shoot up a cop car is what you're hearing with his silence.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Do not be caught on the nightly news ripping out of the back of the vehicle, machine gun fire and automatic assault rifle fire across the city street.
Okay. Well, don't have to worry
Isn't that
about
just
that
an
with
average
me.
Tuesday for these people?
Yeah. But
And of
I'm
course, a
gonna-
little dossier flies by of the 6 security agents and the 3 researchers. You know, their so you have their basic pictures and information.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna grab some slap patches before we go.
Oh, also,
You're getting slap patches from the bar?
Oh, well, I mean, hopefully they're in the van. I wasn't at the bar.
I mean, is somebody requisitioning some for the
Yeah.
team?
Yeah, some slap patches. Might as well come prepared this time since we get shot up a lot.
Okay, give me your negotiation to have a box of 20 in the van waiting for you.
Box of well, okay.
We've definitely got at least 20.
You got a box
We
of
got
20 in the
everything
van.
we asked for.
Too bad that's all you asked for.
Yep.
Start asking for stuff, guys.
James, also, before we went off, could have healed one of my critical injuries?
He said
Oh no!
You said
Like,
heal them all.
Like I said, you had 2 months. The docs have gotten to use you for experimental procedures. You are completely healed up, and they've healed all your crits. And they even got rid of that weird smell you were making for a while there, because they gave you the weird smell. Because why not experiment on your own people?
Understood. Nice. I get to heal 2 crits.
So how many slap patches?
A box of 20.
Oh, box of 20? Wow.
There'll be a box of 20 in the passenger seat of the van.
5 each?
5 each.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's reassuring.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be that many.
You know, you could also, with that triumph, if you haven't spent it yet, use it to get some stims.
Well, I said it was, everything we need, but he said no. So.
Well, I
Well,
gave
yeah,
you everything.
one item.
You got everything you asked for, is what you said,
Yep.
and I said yes. And you only asked for that
Now, you could
because
use
that was the
as-
difficulty.
Yeah.
You could use that as a bonus item that you got with.
You can
Yeah.
ask her for cred stick.
No.
You know what?
No,
It's the holidays. The tricking treating is there. There is a 5,000 credit expense stick included with that, so that for your inconvenience, if you would like for that triumph.
No. But the stim, since somebody passes out all the time, the stim sounds good too.
Okay. They happen to throw in. Go ahead and roll me a 1d6 and see how many you got. There you go.
So in other words, they read through the reports and went, yeah, we better put some stims in there for that guy because he's always passing out.
He may have a perfect physique and may be able to hide when he's shy, but he falls asleep often. And we don't know how much recreational drinking you all have been doing. So, just in case.
I like to go nappy.
I'll have you know, on holidays it's competitive.
And, pretty much at that exact moment, you hear all the Johnny cabs come to a stop. And there's 4 cabs surrounding your van that's parked there. And your driver just smiles. And all the drivers wave and smile back.
We don't get corporate vehicles, just Johnny cabs? Wow.
Well, they were in the area and they follow orders. It's so much easier to have cabbies out there that are ready and waiting that are just down the street than to send a ride just for you. And of course, as soon as you guys get in the van, there's the little brackets holding your armor and all of your kits.
Yeah. Stims. We should probably ask for some grenades or whatever.
Wow, now the shopping list starts. What the hell? It's too late. You're at the van.
Right? Yeah,
you had the chance. It was a great chance to take advantage of.
That's right. I got my 2 glops.
Yeah.
I already own that I had to buy.
I think I have 1 left.
And yes, I'll totally, since it is trick-or-treat season, there's a little candy pumpkin there with some candy for you guys. And in the top of that is a cred stick for 5,000 credits for the group. Or whoever steals it from the others first.
I would like to steal it.
I would like to steal the candy.
That ain't happening. Alright. Everybody all ready to go bop some heads?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going in loud. Right? Just make sure everybody's on the same plan.
I mean, we're going to end bop some heads. I don't know about loud, but...
By loud, I mean I'm going to use my machine gun.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you interpreted what they had said.
I could shoot them in the legs.
You think you can.
I do have a talent for it.
I think the intent was not to, like, go in and obliterate a bunch of kids.
So we're going in armored, fully geared, just not going to kill everything. How's that?
Well, unless we need to.
Yes.
We have to breach and assess. And determine the lethality or not.
Yeah.
As you guys get your kits all on and get all set up, do you tell the driver to drive us?
Let's go.
Let's get to it.
Tally ho.
As he pulls out and you hear him, he gets kind of excited because he's been watching some vids in the front seat while waiting for you guys. And he actually squeals around a corner there, hitting the gas. And as he pulls up, he asks, how do you want him to approach the building?
I say slowly.
Fly casual.
As he's like, yes, sir. As he immediately, you feel the vehicle slow down as he's like driving 5 miles an hour.
That's not quite casual.
He totally hits the button and says, we are slowly approaching, sirs.
Fast. Do the speed limit.
And then you feel the vehicle accelerate a little. He says, I don't seem to see any parking. This street, for being industrial, seems to be very busy on a Halloween night. And he flips a button so you can see the camera of what he's seeing. And you see that there's cars parked along both sides of the streets. And there seems to be some, slight festivities of kids walking around trick-or-treating out there in the streets. And,
An industrial park?
In the industrial park, as you turn over to, the driver turns and, makes a corner, and you see there's, 3 or 4 pop-up Halloween haunted houses that have come up.
Oh, brother.
That seems a little odd.
Yeah. Just a tad.
As he basically asks you for a little input of where you would like him to park.
Sure.
On the roof? Oh, no, we're not in a hover.
Is it front door, back doors? What
basically, this complex is ringed in with other complexes. It's basically just big industrial square brick buildings. As he basically, shows you that there is the front entrance. If you want him to stop here and drop you guys off, you can. You see this big concrete building. Literally, it's just a slab of concrete with window ports. And the front entrance seems to have a warehouse loading entrance on the left and an office entrance on the right. And somebody who's peeking out the window there, feel free to give me a perception check there.
I'll do it.
Wow.
I got a hell of a headache, apparently.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not happening.
So,
yeah.
with your look, you peek out the window and you kind of notice there's lots of vehicles parked on both sides of the streets here. It's a very heavily used parking area. And it looks like you're seeing flickers of light from the first floor part of the building, the little viewports that are there of what should be covered up windows. Somebody's scratched little peepholes and things, it looks like, maybe out of the windows. And you see multicolored lights, we could almost say there's a rave going on inside there. And as you look out and you're giving the driver directions to hey, circle around back so we can get another good look at it. And you notice that, yes, there's an opening where the main gates were put up because they totally put up, now owned by Jinteki, chain link fence once upon a time. And somebody busted the fence, and then it looks like people, you know how when they jump on the fences, it bends it out in a weird, awkward shape? And it looks like many people have trampled to get into the facility through this. And you're pretty sure that the big cargo doors have been used recently. You're pretty sure. And the second you get that beautiful look at the entrance there, all of a sudden your van screeches, and there's a thump thump, and all of a sudden somebody starts screaming of, "You hate me!" And your driver says, "Sirs, we may have an incident. I may have struck a pedestrian."
And you didn't finish him off?
I promise. They walked out in front of me unknowingly. I should have drove slower.
Sure. Put it on us.
Oh, he's the driver. You'll need to do an incident report and deal with it.
And a small crowd of like 5 or 6 people are out there saying, "We saw you hit this guy." Everybody's whipping out their pads and doing, video of it. What are you guys going to do? Or what are you going to tell your driver to do?
Throw the $5,000 cred stick to him and go.
Have fun. Good luck, sucker.
So seriously, what do you guys do?
I think it's time to get out of the car, but...
You guys are going to deploy after hitting somebody. I love it. Yes. This is when you totally burn a story point and say you get out of the car unseen.
Has it got
Using
double
story
doors?
Points, though?
Each side.
What'd you say, Joseph?
It's like, that requires spending a story point, though, which would give one to you.
Well, I mean,
just take it back right away.
You can always take it right back if you really want.
Remember, all of us are naturals, so.
Yeah, but I want to save my ability for when we don't have any.
Right?
And we really need it.
Well, if we had a talkie-talk, like I said, we bribe him with the cred stick, but we don't have any talkie-talks other than I have coercion. But I don't think that's the image they want either, so.
Jim, this is collective punishment because Evan's not showing up, and that's against the Geneva Conventions.
Why is that collective punishment? It just means you have to find a different way to fix the situation. You just come out and point your guns at them until they run away. Or you just don't worry about them and it's the driver's problem.
Yeah, that's my view on it right now.
Oh my god, I'm using a story point and we don't get seen while getting out. Jeez.
You did it. You got to steal it back.
Okay, so that means you guys are deploying out?
Yep, we're going out. I'm not
sure.
No longer
the other side of the van.
You guys are totally peeling out of the van. The camera pans back and shows you guys slipping out of the back of the van while everybody's at the driver's side in front of the van going, "You hit this guy!" And the guy's totally like, I threw myself out in front.
Yeah,
so you guys...
The cab doesn't have like 30,000 cameras. So
what is your guys' plan? You all peel out of the vehicle and you're running across the street real quick. There's the main gate is wide open and infiltrated here. What is your plan?
Well, we might as well go through the main gate, but I said we go through the back entrance.
I think we just stealth on in.
Yeah. I'm good with that. We stealth
make our way to the door. And, quickly across the lawn and cover against the building and boom.
So you're going in through the office entrance?
Sure.
or the cargo
The
entrance. Remember, you had two
cargo that
options:
open to a
cargo that seems
cargo.
to be used, or the office that seems to be never used in 100 years, according to that
Yeah.
3 threat roll.
Yeah. Office, because it's going to be a
Great.
smaller entry than the cargo, which will open to a much bigger
Area.
area.
Well, I say we go through the offices to.
That's what I said.
No,
Yeah.
no, I mean, and make sure it's just a rave and not a raid.
I will go ahead and stealth up first.
Okay, now by stealth up, where you're talking the office doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
he's stripping down to skivvies and turning invisible.
So go ahead, and as you're attempting to stealth into the office area, you still have to get in through the door that Jinteki was nice enough to lock shut, because they locked it up when they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and give me your stealth roll.
Okay, I'm going to use my chameleon skin and take
What?
one strain.
What do I need to do?
Oh, you just need to add a success to the roll.
Okay, so that you can add.
Yeah.
Wah-ha-ha-ha. Okay, I just need to make sure I didn't have to give you any upgrades.
Yeah. I believe it's just a success.
And Akito, did you just use that story point, or is that the one for getting out of the van unseen?
That was the one for getting out of the van unnoticed.
Okay.
Nothing else to stealth.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll. You got a blue dice, by the way. It's Halloween night. People ain't paying attention to shit. And there's some
Party
kind of
goers.
car accident back in the street everyone's looking at. Dang.
Oh, it for some reason didn't add my success, but there should be another success there.
Okay. Not that you need to gild it too much, but
Did you remember to click out of the box after you put it in there?
I believe so. No, it's
No,
not.
did you give yourself an advantage by accident?
No, I already have one there.
Oh,
but,
yeah, okay.
Is it? No.
What do you have written in your modifiers?
1A, comma S.
Don't put a comma. Just do 1A space 1S.
yeah, don't forget the number.
I forgot the number. That's what it was.
There we go.
Thank you.
There you go. Okay, so back
hell's
up to
wrong?
what you had there with the 4 successes. Not actually, it's 4 successes, 1 advantage, and 1 triumph.
Yep. Ooh, okay. So, with the advantage, I'll just take a strain back, keep myself at 0. With the triumph, do you guys have any ideas?
Open the door.
And if it helps, I can totally tell you stealth up to the door. You clearly see when you get to the door, regardless of what your buddy's, great observation was, that someone has jimmied this lock at one point recently. So it is in use, but it's not like tons of footprints like the cargo door has a bunch of footprints going to it. And you feel a hum of power from the little electronic door lock there. What should be turned off is actually running. Which means the ring camera is probably looking at your friends but not seeing you right now.
I will say the ring camera has a malfunction.
Okay, I'll totally give it to you that whoever jacked up the security cameras totally jacked up that ring camera too. As you get close and inspect it and realize, that's shampoo on it.
Classic.
Huh. I mean, if it works. But yeah, I'm going to relay that lock has been jimmied. Few footprints, but not too many. Also, it looks like the camera out front was tampered with.
And he does it all with silent hand signals that you cannot see with his chameleon skin. And then he uses his earbud.
All clear.
Yep. So I guess once my team gets close, I will head in first.
Okay, so who's gonna get past the electronic lock?
That would be our electronic guy.
Yeah.
It sure would be.
Our Geek Squad guy.
Yep.
A resident
Well,
drone manufacturer.
You want
I
mechanics
see.
or hacking for that?
You could do either. There is a
Well, I'm gonna
manual
do hacking.
override as well as the electronic override. And something is kind of wonky with the electronics. You're noticing there's some weird digitized matrix looking script on there that's like old school.
All right. Well, I'll do it with hacking.
Okay, got your difficulty in there for you.
So,
Wow.
solid first dice roll for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
As you're
not
like,
impre-
wow, this thing is using old codes. They're still good codes, but they're old codes. And the door goes click, opening up, and you hear this boo-doo-doo.
And speaking of that code, could I do a valuable facts check on that?
And what does that tell you?
Valuable facts is once per encounter, I can perform a valuable facts action and make an average knowledge check. If I'm successful, I can add 1 triumph to 1 ally's skill check during the encounter.
Nice.
So I'm just
Damn.
trying to figure out where the hell I've seen this from.
Okay, I got your 2 purple in there for you. Luckily, I don't have to touch nothing. Okay, so basically with your valuable facts, you look at this and you're looking at that code and you know immediately, looking at that code, that this is an AI generated code for back in the earlier, like 20 years ago, AI research, a lot of that shit got banned because, why make an AI that you can't predict when you can just map a human brain and copy it and there you go.
So it's back when we still had ChatGPT 12.
Yep, when the old net that has AIs creeping around in the darkness and the thing, those things were commonly used, and this code was totally based on that ideal that AIs making AIs as opposed to human oversight. Because remember when the big blip happened and they buried the dark net and they made the new net, a lot of those creepy AIs are still out there. But this is tech based on that creepy old tech that people said stop using it. Because that's how you get Cylons. Do you want to get Cylons? We managed to prevent the Terminators. Now you're trying to get us Cylons?
Apparently.
Great. All right.
All right then.
And as the door opens up, you totally, lodge that little bit of information in your head there about, this company used to deal in the old school AI stuff. Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, bizarre. Okay. I suppose I should reach with the shield.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
And I'll be right behind him.
Of course you
As
will.
you guys, nod as, group of teens you hear them walking across the chain link fence and you guys dart inside real quick before they can see you. As you get the doo-doo-doo. Akabara Research Collective says hi. Welcome to our Capybara Akihabara. And this little digital hologram pops up out of nowhere of a capybara that dances. Dancing capybara. 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 And you see this poster of basically Tamagotchis with their own AIs that the company was working and making. And then, little things of you could have your own genetically modified capybara pet. Programmed by your own electronic connector. And then, all of a sudden the sound just screeches out as the power fluctuation happens up there. And you guys zip just inside the building. And automatic lights start popping back on. Except they're dirty and old and not the best fluorescence. And as they are, I'm going to go over there and kidnap some minis. Where are you minis at? Give me some tokens.
Somewhere there's a ton of them everywhere on this landing page of tokens of people.
Yeah.
I'm like, who am I missing? I'm missing somebody there. As you guys get in the building and you start to hear something that was not heard outside, as there's a thumpity thump thump of music kind of echoing through the building superstructure. And somebody's mini's got lots of damage on it. They may have forgotten we're going 0 instead of starting at max.
Yeah.
Nope, Hitomi is asleep as normal.
Yeah. Emotional damage.
Already sleeping.
Emotional damage.
Hey, I'm tired. Okay, I got only 10 hours of sleep.
I do love
Walked
that.
in and fell asleep. Alcoholism.
Wizard takes 1d4 escaping damage.
He
I
dies.
think for some reason it wasn't
This is first edition.
updating for my character sheet. Whatever.
Yeah. Magic users, until they came, if they ever made it to like 5th level, they were pretty much useless until then.
Yep. And then
cantrips weren't
power.
a thing. Yeah, cantrips weren't a thing. So you had one spell until like 3rd level.
You had 1, 2, 3, and crossbow the rest of the day.
Yep.
Staff.
And it took rounds to actually cast spells.
Oh yeah, back when there was casting time.
Yeah. Like Fireball took a
You
round.
had the build up.
Yeah. Like Naruto doing the hand thing.
Yep. Goku doing the Kamehameha. So you guys see the map. You guys are at the very bottom of the map if you can't see where you guys are. You've breached in the building and lights start turning on, these dim, faded lights as you're hearing party music from next door that for some reason the intercom speakers seem to be playing very quietly in echo to what's going on with the vibrations you're feeling through the building. Almost like somebody may have jumpered into as a bad hacker into the power and the sound system of the building. As you're hearing the occasional squeals, and there's some weird noises as you guys look up and you hear the tick tick tack tack tick tick tack tack of some kind of mechanical legs up ahead and some moaning noise up ahead. So who's going first?
I'm leading. I'll move up to here and peek in the room here because it looks like it's open.
It's definitely open, and as you peek in there, give me a discipline check.
And I will look this way.
Okay, discipline. Let me know when you're ready.
Go for it. Okay.
No problem.
All of a sudden, you hear the music and this moaning sound up ahead. It's kind of spooky, kind of got some ambiance. And as you look, you immediately look and see 2 teenagers or young adults on the table making out hard and heavy. It looks like a skeleton is on the bottom with a ghost on top going at it like a bunch of teenagers, all muffled and quiet with their masks on. And they don't seem to notice you guys yet.
Well, yeah, probably not.
And which direction was your partner looking?
I'm
As
assuming
you
this is
look
a door.
there, yep. You open and creep through that door. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
As you're letting your partner scope out that room and you're scoping out the next room. As you open the door and see just a dimly lit office, and there's some kind of machinery being, warmed up here with startup lights. In the distance, you see this like loading bar that's about the size of a 3 feet meter measuring stick, and it's like halfway loaded on the equipment that's slowly powering up. And you totally don't notice anything that's making a tink 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 sound. That's very faint. What would you like for that advantage?
Let's give the next person a go of blue.
Okay. Okay, so who's doing what? As you got making out teenagers over here. They're all hot and heavy, wearing some masks with some earbuds. They're enjoying the silent rave.
And
Yeah.
I'll indicate that there's something over here.
There's
Yeah.
machinery
I'll
doing
step in
machinery
and
stuff.
Rap on the table with my stun stick, like, yo, get the hell out. You're trespassing.
Oh, damn. So, go ahead and give me a coercion check as you're being the man. And these two
Coercion.
teeny...
He has a gun.
Well, he's
No,
using a
got-
stun
got
stick.
the Billy Club.
He's got a
got
shield in
the-
one hand and a stun stick in the other.
Yep.
As you tap on the table, and they stop the middle of what they were doing, and obviously they were pretty far into what they were doing, because there's some yells and screams and clutching and shaking as they scream and look at you, and both kind of like peel off in different directions. As you notice the skeleton, obviously in his little holographic, cool neon green, hollow skeleton costume's got something else sticking out there. As they're like, ah!
I mean,
And
if I
you-
had water, I'd have thrown water on him, but
And you guys all hear the scream, by the way. It's a scream at the top of the lungs, and the guy like whips off headphones he's wearing and throws them on the table, and you hear the loud music that's next door pumping. Go ahead and make that coercion roll.
all right.
I mean, it's pretty much going to succeed anyway. I just want to see how much of a cop you
Jesus.
play. And immediately, unless you stop them, they're grabbing their shit and running past you into the hallway here.
Yeah, and I'm like out the door to your right.
That means they got to, squeeze by us, but.
That's fine.
And as immediately they go running and they go, ah, when they see the rest of you, and one of them goes, light machine gun! And then they go running past you guys into the streets. What would you like for your advantage and triumph?
I'll pass, I guess, a blue, the triumph.
Well, there's still a blue for
There's
me
now
floating
two
around,
blues
too.
floating around, yep.
I suggested for the triumph, the kids didn't take anything that they probably shouldn't have.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
I was going to say, rather than have them running out the door at your behest with Jinteki Tech in their pocket.
Correct.
Ah, the horror movie ending has just been ruined. That totally could have been the horror movie ending right there.
I mean,
Okay.
I would imagine they wouldn't have because they were kind of busy and
They were preoccupied
hot
doing
and heavy,
teenage
but-
stuff. Guess what? The
Right.
teenagers having sex in the horror movie were not the first to die.
We don't know what's happening outside. Our driver could back up as they're walking out.
Yeah,
Final
right.
destination style.
Oh no!
We don't know that didn't happen.
Ka-thunk. Okay, so who's doing what? Anything from the rear guard?
I mean, I'll make my way forward and try to go see what the hell that loading bar is.
That's over here.
I know.
You're not going to
This
go
is
through the door here?
Okay, that's the door. Okay,
That's
I'm like,
the
this
door.
is like
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Okay, you totally see, as soon as you walk in, the auto lights are blinking up and there's the flickering fluorescence. As yes, this high-tech company used fluorescence instead of LEDs. And there's an R&D lab here, a desk where there's bits of machinery put together. And you see here there's a auto facture something written on there, and then some spray paint. And you see a bit of graffiti spray painted on it, and it seems to be some kind of auto manufacture machine. Basically, it's got a conveyor in one end and spits out something on the other side. You're looking around and you're seeing schematics of, these handy dandy little small, medium, and large spider looking drones for, the small ones are for cleanup, and the medium ones are for transportation, and the large ones could be used for military applications, because of course this was a research place.
Hell yeah,
And-
battle Barras.
And you totally get the idea that the AI is based on the capybara AI, because who doesn't love a capybara? And you see the machine is basically updating itself and loading. It's obviously, from the little countdown timer you see, it's been loading for about 18 hours and will need about 2 more hours to complete. And then it can start capybara AI. As you know, I'm going to have to use that for something in the future now.
I should be in corporate marketing.
You could easily go over there, and there's totally an off button and an on button. And somebody, apparently, you see some teenager-like butt cheek marks near the on button. You could totally either access it with its little flip-up built-in laptop, or just hit the off button.
I've got a question. How can I attribute the butt cheeks to a teenager?
They seem to be teenage size of the kids you just left.
It's just I don't like that information.
Yeah.
I prefer it just be butt cheeks.
Yeah, kind of weird that you know that so
Yeah.
closely.
How can you tell the difference between butt cheeks of an adult and teenager? I think you stare at them way too much.
Yes, you have no doubt that the invaders in this facility have been in this room, screwing around in here.
Okay. Well,
They're
I've
not wrinkled butt
seen
cheeks.
this.
There is no sag in the impression.
Oh, shit.
The thing of life has not taken place upon them.
Okay. Well, that's something. I've gotten thoroughly derailed. You said teenage butt cheeks, and everything else you said blew immediately out of my mind.
Thrown off by that.
It was like waving a fucking magnet over a hard drive.
Like, I'm not that studied on teenage butt cheeks.
They're of a
Those
appropriately
actually software.
legal age. How about that? Does that help?
See, now it sounds like a pedophile just trying to justify things.
Oh, God.
It's getting worse,
So
actually.
move on and tell us what you're gonna do then.
Okay,
That's great. I need
baby.
you
You're
to
the
tell
one
me
that's stymied. I'm worried about you here.
Yeah. It's like, I need you to tell me everything else you said in that again. I'm sorry.
The fact it's a giant machine that will be making spider robots
Okay.
of small, medium, or possibly large, indeterminate size. You're pretty sure it will
Indeterminate
not be
size.
making the large, because that would require multiple pieces to be made to be assembled.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna continue moving on into the fabricator room.
Okay. You see there's some warning signs. There's a very, very high-tech little computer interface right there. It's one of them, Cray computer style things for the cyberpunk era supercomputer that's obviously connected to the machine that's running the designs and schematics. You see the little supercomputer sparks that only special effects are made for because you'd never want sparks in your computer.
Typically a bad thing.
Usually.
But it's great for the sci-fi.
Yep, I'll look for a port on that computer.
There is a port on that computer. Very inviting little port.
I'll plug on in.
Oh, dear.
Because what could go wrong?
Okay.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
So immediately, as soon as you plug into the port, you get this whole capybara commercial spiel dumped into your cortex of the capybara, capybara, buy one for your kids today. It's really bad Japanese commercials of capybaras because, you know they would exist.
Terrible ad.
If the English have capybara bars instead of cat bars and cat cafes, capybaras are going to be everywhere. And by the way, that's actually a thing now.
Of course it is.
What, the capybara bar?
A capybara bar.
Yeah, well, there's a cat bar in Tucson.
Yep.
Big old rat bar.
I got attacked last time I was there with my daughter.
Oh no, seriously?
Yeah. Apparently I was the only one this cat did not like.
Okay, so just for my information as you plug into this computer and you start seeing things, do me a favor and give me a hacking roll.
Sure.
Are you wanting to use that triumph now?
No, it's on an ally. I'm not an ally to myself.
Okay. I'm ready when you're ready.
Oh shit!
Wow, that's a lot of red there.
It sure is.
As immediately you plug in and you're like, okay, this ditty is kind of the capybara song for this commercial is kind of cute. They're using it as a load screen, commonly used for computers. And as you're watching this thing in like a split second for everybody else, but for you, it's like that full 30-second commercial, and you're feeling yourself pour into the user interface here, all of a sudden the capybara looks at you and has like demon eyes and multiple spiky venom-like teeth and says, "Get out of here!" And you are shit slammed out of that computer terminal.
Jesus.
What would you like for your 3 advantages?
I managed to get a copy of that instance onto my pad.
Okay. You got a nice little video recording of the capybara turn bad.
Yep.
As it's going to give you 1 strain for getting blasted out like that, by the way.
1 strain ain't bad.
That's not bad. I mean, it's better than if there was, some threat there. Y'all be picking him off the floor. Good thing the whatever it is on the other end of this is a little rusty.
While he's hacking that, could I go in here a bit deeper and just make like a general perception check or something to look around to see if I see anything?
You mean past the solid wall?
It looks like you.
Wouldn't it be this way?
Yep, it would totally be that way.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go like right here and just look around, see if I see anything.
Oh, look at you running off ahead. I like that. So, by seeing anything, are you saying you would like to use your action as a perception? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, as this building still has a lot of weird tink 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 sounds. It's weird.
Just making sure nothing sneaky.
As all of a sudden, when someone's playing with the computer over here, you start hearing the party music on the intercoms, filtered in with like the occasional random bits of commercial ads. Capybara. Sounds like, someone doesn't have total access to something, but, and that little data port is totally turned itself off. Someone said, no thank you, sir. Not without permission. And go ahead and make your perception check.
Alrighty. Wow. I did not expect to succeed.
You totally succeeded. And as you're creeping up ahead of everybody else, apparently, and you're hearing this tink, 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 and you're like, what the fuck is that? And you go following your ears more than your eyes as the lights are being lame and flickery here. And as you follow your ears, and you take 2 strain because you're like hyper focused on that. Wow, what have you may have given yourself too much strain there. You're now plus on 2 strain.
For some reason on my character sheet, my strain threshold reset. Give me 1 second.
You may want to fix that.
Yeah, I kind of do, because, I'm definitely not strained out after only 2.
I would hope not. I mean, that would be pretty sad.
Yes, it would. There we go.
On my
am
screen,
back to my original.
Okay. Because I'm like, I saw you go Uber like that, and I'm like, what the huh?
My character she's having a day. Like earlier, I tried putting in my gene mods, and it just kept deleting itself.
Okay. Get funky.
So as you walk forward, and you're like, hey, hackers hacking. Hayo's, checking out the desk full of stuff. My buddy's, scaring some kids to go run out in the streets. You're hearing that tink, 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 tink sound. As you go moving forward, all gutsy like, you take that 2 strain. And for the 3 other strain, all of a sudden you look up, and falling down to the floor is 4 little spider drones that were all kind of moving around in succession. That's where the tink, tink, tink sound as you looked up, and they immediately just dropped right into your immediate vicinity.
And then zap you to unconsciousness.
And as that happens, go ahead and everybody roll me a vigilance. Right before your buddy tells you that there's obviously a very powerful AI here saying, do not hack me, please.
Don't hack me, bro.
Pretty good rolls.
Yeah.
It ain't cool, bro. It ain't
did
cool.
Surprisingly well.
Only that triumph did anything. Sad.
Yeah. So who wants to go see Cowboy Bebop?
Huh?
What?
What, you didn't see what I shared the other day?
What, is it playing
Joseph,
at the loft?
No, the Rialto.
Oh, I did not see it.
With a live band. Was it in
Oh yeah, you put it in the chat.
I see.
Yeah, it was in chat.
Favorite anime performed by a live jazz orchestra.
Yeah, I think it was in Skype.
No, it's in
Damn,
Messenger.
it's been a while since I've seen Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm sad. Old English dubs were so good. Nowadays, they're kind of meh.
Yeah. Well, Stephen Blum doesn't do dubs too often anymore. He's moved from anime to cartoons.
Hey, you gotta go where the money is.
But I mean, Ghost Stories still a classic.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you like to be known as the guy who voices stormtroopers in Rebels?
Hey, that's a career for life. I'm just gonna say that.
And Wolverine in half of the cartoons.
Yep.
I'd dig it.
Yeah.
Something.
So, as Akito screams out a little screep with his 2-strain of screep, who's going first?
Go ahead, Akito.
All right. I have a very simple goal.
Don't pass out.
Never mind. I have 2 simple goals.
Okay.
First up, I'm going to go boop boop like that, to move.
Okay. So you're moving
And
a
then-
short distance from one pair, and you're still engaged to the other pair?
Oh wait. Oh yeah, I don't have to be engaged because of there's no opportunity attacks. Yeah, that's right. I'll go right there, so I'm not engaged.
Full auto?
Oh hell yeah! You know what's about to be done. I'm gonna take 2 strain and aim and do full auto.
Okay. Got a blue in there, and you're. Which group are you aiming with as your primary group? The closer one or the further one?
I will do this group, the further one.
Okay. So I got your 2 purple in there. The group golf claps. I like that.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Okay, so that is going to be
13.
16 damage. Because I also have as a talent, because
That's right.
it was there we go, deadly accuracy. So yeah, 16.
Describe when you eviscerate the first pair that landed at your feet, and your scream motivates you to rip your light machine gun off in an enclosed office space.
Yeah, I just I just Beyblade let it rip, just put my finger on the trigger and don't let go. And
Okay.
I believe it's a 3 for auto fire.
It's 2 for another target.
2. Okay, so I'll do 2 for one target.
Okay. And what does it look like when those 2 rip through the other pair and destroy them with bullet holes in the floor and everywhere else?
So I just imagine I have a tracer every 5 rounds. So you just see a first 10 bullets go at the first group, and then you just see me bring it down as a few tracers go into the floor, and then it hits the other group.
And what would you like for those remaining 3 advantages? As you guys just saw him rip his machine gun. Oh wait, no one did. As you hear him ripping his machine gun off down the hallway here.
I will get 3 strain back.
As the comforting smell of full automatic in the morning in an enclosed space makes you feel so relaxed.
Things are back to the good old days.
Yeah.
Of having not chased people through a fucking sewer. Yeah, I think that's
quick.
the end of the mission.
Okay. Ripped full auto. Think of the smoke
Lots
you
of
just
noise.
made in this hallway. Lots of
Yeah.
noise, lots of smoke. Something's gonna totally happen, but not yet. Who's going next? You guys just heard your buddy fire off on full auto somewhere down in the building. I mean, somebody do something.
Move.
He didn't say shit to you guys. He just fired off on full auto.
Well, we heard him squeal, and then
Yep.
Like Lida. Yeah.
So you go running down there and you see some spider drones that may or may not be lethal because there might not be enough pieces of these little about the size of a shoebox drones left with the bullet holes into the floor.
If you've ever seen Runaway, you can know those little shoebox drones can be dangerous.
One of the best cyberpunk movies out there.
Yeah, so I'm like, behind me, yelling back out, spider drones, look around, be sharp.
And I'll totally give Hayato, you recognize them from the pictures on this table over here.
Okay.
You see a picture of one catching like a rat in one mouth, and another one a picture of one spray painting sanitizer on a building. And then you look around the floor and realize, wow, these floors are pretty clean for an abandoned building for over a decade.
Yeah.
All right.
As you know.
You okay, kiddo? I got a double move since he's obviously somewhere with the gun that he just went let loose with.
Yep.
Don't want to walk out and get shot.
Yeah.
And I can totally tell you, Mevin, over here, the little computer node, you're seeing all kinds of red lights blinking on it.
Oh, boy.
All kinds of red, angry lights that are flashing in succession right now. Something has stimulated it.
I feel like the correct move here is just shoot that.
So who's going
somebody's turn.
Why are you all paralyzed with fear in my haunted warehouse?
Okay, I'm just gonna run over here following Hayato.
You're like backing up your partner. Oh, look.
Oh, there's gunfire. I mean, I gotta find out what it is. Yeah.
Alright.
What do you guys say? You come up to your partner going, what the fuck, man? What's the kid doing with the light machine gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I already kind of hollered out back at, spider drones, check your areas.
Check your corners.
As somewhere you hear, almost like in the raised ceiling, this tick, 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 tack, tick, tack, 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 tack sound. Sounds like the pipes have a ting. That's what it is. Yeah, it must be the pipes having a ting. Yeah. Can I sell you on that idea? So, last but not least, what's Mevin doing?
Well, I'm assuming that there's no more ports on this thing.
You could probably mechanics into it to get a connection point if you want to tear into it.
We're here to just kick the people out of this and make sure it's not them raiding the information, right?
Yeah. I mean, that was the gist of someone broke into the facility and they don't want the tech here being stolen.
All right, not my job then. Gonna head on out.
As you walk by the ominous loading bar and the off button.
Fine.
Yeah. I mean, at least power it off. I mean, what the heck?
He's not doing it. So, besides, according to the schematic, you got 2 hours. Come on.
Besides, I want to see what it does when it turns on.
It's the least scary countdown clock ever. As, you go walking past it, all of a sudden, you notice that loading bar has a chunk pop. And it goes from 2 hours left to an hour and 15 minutes in 1 5-second blip.
Man, they really did a bad job of characterizing the speed of this thing. If it's chugging like that.
As you're hearing some whirring inside the box thing and some things warming up, all of a sudden some auto dispensers shoving some metal bits into pieces. Totally sounds like that, whatever that just was.
That'll be my phone.
As of somewhere else, something is initiating. And Akito,
See.
give me a discipline check. As you start hearing, and you turn around and see like a capybara hologram pop up of the company's logo, Capybara.
Oh, ready?
Yep.
Wow.
Nice.
Terrified.
As what would you like for those 2 advantages?
I will take
Piss
1
himself.
strain back and give the next person going a blue.
Okay. As, by the way, you guys don't know it, but you hear him rip that machine gun off again as he turned around and shot the shit out of this area over here. As, Capybara's popped up on all the screens in this little workstation and the little hologram there, as he shot them to shit. That sucks, too. That was one of the good computer systems.
Nice.
It was therapy. It
was therapy.
De-stressed me.
As you hear the party music next door is getting louder and thumping, obviously somebody thinks that you guys making noise over here must be part of the party. So it must be them competing to kick it up.
Do they also have gunshots going off on auto fire?
Obviously, they've got the thumping music. And the sound is definitely a little louder on this side.
Wait, which side?
Now that you've come past this wall here, it's a little louder. The party music you're hearing next door.
Okay.
The building that's attached that you may be putting bullet holes through when you're shooting the shit out of this place. And you definitely, after your last of your panic fire and the capybara fades away hologram because you shot the little node, you totally hear something mechanical this direction is coming.
Something mechanical this way comes.
Something mechanical this way comes.
This way comes, yeah.
So who's going first?
I've
scared you all. You've split the party, no less.
1, 2.
Or no one is afraid. No one is wanting to get within the line of fire of the machine gun.
Yeah, no.
That's moving quickly up to here. Shield towards my compatriot.
Towards?
Well, as I maneuver through the fire, yes.
As Anshin pops off 6 rounds into his fucking ballistic shield.
I'll have you know, I haven't shot anybody in this team.
Yes.
And he's sketchy as shit. He is scared as shit right now. I mean, he did just have spiders land on the ground next to him and shot the shit out. And then Capybara tried to kill him. That Capybara eyeballed you and you know it. You know it for a fact. It looked right at you.
It's alive.
So yeah, I move there. I assess the scenario.
You notice he shot the shit out of this room. Screens are like sparking and the computer goes. I
don't see any.
All of a sudden, it's like
there.
Hologram pops up going, copy. But you clearly hear there's something mechanical making worry noises and coming this direction. Could be anything. Could be just a janitor bot. Could be a death machine. You don't quite know. And you're hearing party music. You're definitely feeling that you're heading towards the source of the party music.
Alright. I shield up, ready for whatever might come around the corner.
Okay, so you're going on pure defense to add some black dice. I like that. Am I right in my assessment?
Yeah.
Okay, who's going next? Don't be afraid, guys. The shield guy is there. It must be safe.
I'll go over here and basically check out this room. Do a scan of this room.
Stand over the dead spiders. I'll move them out of your way there.
Yep.
As you totally give that room a look. That's an important room. let's give you some dice there.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Perception, I'm assuming?
Yep. As you
Could
look
be worse.
in, and it's got lots of supply. It looks like a supply closet / there's some lockers for individuals. And you hear some tingy noise, like the pipes are bad, or it could be the stupid kids with their music next door. But what would you like for your 3 advantages there?
I'll take a strain back and 2 strain back and give a blue to the next person to go.
Okay. So the first person to do a team thing is going to get a crap load of blues.
Actually, I don't have any strains, so never mind. Just blues everywhere.
Or 3 advantages, you want to just give somebody an upgrade.
Yeah, I guess an upgrade to the next person.
Okay, so who's going next?
I forgot we got all of our strain back. I didn't have any.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be me. So I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna take one look at the spiders and then look at Hitomi and be like, "Come on, man. These aren't even the war spiders."
Light machine gun, go bird.
And then I'm gonna continue walking and see what's over here.
As you clearly walk and some more lights come up, you get the sense there's a sign there that totally says storage over here. Here's a little storage closet. And equipment storage over here is what you're seeing on the little sign that's on the wall right here. So there's equipment storage here, general storage here, cafeteria over here. Always an important room.
Yeah. The break room, very important.
It's always an important place.
When things happen there.
Yep. Are you doing a perceptive-ceptive-y roll?
I can.
I mean, you just still have an action if you'd like. Difficulty is already set.
Take a look. I'm going to fail, but let's take a look.
Wait, because
know.
of your friends, there's going to be an upgrade and some blues.
Yeah, you got all kinds of stuff going on.
I'm still gonna fail, but okay.
Nothing like confidence. Wow. See, look at that.
Yeah.
That is a total lack of fail I'm seeing there. I'm seeing
bit of a headache, but
even.
And you know, if I hadn't said that I was gonna fail, I would have failed.
Oh, you jinxed it in reverse. I see.
Yeah.
We definitely need to sit down and have a talk about your confidence there.
You clearly hear industrial sounds, like the floor vibrates in a way that doesn't match the music you're hearing pumping from off to the left. The floor is vibrating in a way that's making you totally think the subfloor, because there's a floor up and a floor down. The subfloor might be doing something right now. And all of a sudden you hear the hint of like somebody took all of this company's commercials and made a P. Diddy song and then shredded it up and spit out the little pieces of the occasional word coming through the speakers, along with the hint of the music being played next door. And it's very offsetting. It's very haunting in its sounds because it's very ooh and ah and ooh ya ya. And for shadow of doubt there's a spider bot at least 1 or 2 moving around in this room that your friend missed, because you hear it through the ceiling going ting, 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 ting. And for a fact there's at least one over in this room that's probably bigger. And for a fact over here there's a janitor bot cleaning the floor.
Because I can see that one.
Because in fact you can see it's a spider bot that's got a buffing wheel on its belly and it's like just buffing the floor. Looks almost sexual, the spider bot buffing the floor.
Wow.
It's got moves like Eddie Murphy.
It's a ploy.
Oh my god.
It's a malfunctioning droid.
Do you say anything to your teammates? That for sure there's at least 2, maybe more in here, 2, maybe more in here, or bigger over here. Maybe bigger. Maybe.
I'll let them know what's around, and I won't say anything about the janitor bot.
And you totally hear the jingle of Mr. Candybot in this food room, obviously powering up the candy vending machine that's a decade old. You're going to totally find those candy bars that don't exist anymore that people pay top credits for.
Sweet.
Oh my god.
James, just to make sure, is this a doorway to this area?
That is totally a doorway to that area.
Okay. Making sure.
Yes.
That's the only doorway to that area.
Oh, we got.
Yeah, how do you get into that room?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, because it's cut off right here, and this is a
Yeah.
wall, so.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see some of the doors here.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is a little. But,
Mhm.
that is cyberpunk. Nothing's ever easy.
Yeah.
So just then, Sapio looks up as you hear the tink, 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 tink on the ceiling. As you look up and see, there is a foursome of little spiders on the ceiling looking down at you.
Ew, creepy.
And as they look down at you, they're gonna open up their little spider mouths, and you see some different nozzles. And all of a sudden, you get this woof of compressed air shooting out of one of the nozzles. Do you have any range defense?
2.
And I'm going to give them a blue because they ambushed you from hiding.
That's weird. I don't see the images for those little guys.
Yeah, I just see the token.
Yeah, it's like a missing image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I totally stole the picture from the disassembly bots from Star Wars.
Ah.
Is what the picture
okay.
is.
Buzzbots?
Yeah, the buzzbots.
Yeah.
But apparently,
Yeah.
it's being Snippety of actually showing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still
just
getting
shows
an
like
error message on my character sheet, for something. So. It's like behind the strain and defense. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
looks
I've
like,
had that too.
It looks like those, it might be those stupid drama masks with the circle and line through it. I can only see the top.
No, it's actually just the exact same image that's being used for the spiders, but backwards. And then 2 of them, and then
So that's what. Okay.
A red circle with a line through it.
Okay. As I see, I can only see half of it. So.
Yeah, I can see it too, but it's what it is.
Stub pellets.
So the first pair goes, and then the second pair goes, and these stun pellets hit you, and they hit like heavy-duty sandbags for these little pellets that turn into powder when they hit you. So the first pair hits you for 6 points of stun damage.
Yeah. Nope. Okay.
I was going to say, what do you mean, nope?
I got 6 soak now.
Ah, okay.
Well, I got, basically plate armor on, and then I just, toughened my skin and bones. See? It paid off already.
Okay. Then we will totally tell you when this is all over, you get knocked on your butt for the knockdown for 2. And then the next one hits you for 8 points.
Okay. And I'm on the ground.
And you're on the ground.
Okay.
And you have a black dice.
Okay.
Whoever goes next, if you're going after them. As your buddy goes, ah! As 4 darts come flying out of pellets come out and blast them, and they go poof into powder. And now the poor guys are like, shit, now we gotta clean that up. God damn it. And these spider bots look different than the ones on the floor that you're stepping over. Those had nice blue eyeballs. Now they have red lights in their eyes. They're in angry mode.
Somebody pissed them off.
Yeah.
You just had to shoot the spider guys. You could have just pet the capybara. No, you put the capybara in war mode.
Yeah.
And you're Mevin's totally hearing some tinky noises from in here of something moving around.
Oh boy, something big?
It's bigger than the little ones, you think?
I don't like that.
So who would like to go next?
It's
I
Big
believe
Brother.
there's
I
only
think it's
one
Unshin's.
person left. Mm-hmm. Okay, so just to make sure about this, so with steady aim, your character does not lose the benefits of the aim maneuver if they perform another maneuver, including moving or actions. So does that mean I still have aim currently?
No, you don't, because you blew up everything you were aiming at.
Well, it also okay, because another thing it says the character does not lose the benefits of the aim maneuver if the encounter ends. So
Well, it means if you're aiming at something, you can keep aiming at it. The thing you were aiming at, you already shot the shit out of.
okay, got it. So
Yeah.
I measured this before, so I'm going to move right over here.
You run into the building, into the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
He's
I will
gonna
take
gun the shit out of them now
take
too.
2 strain to aim, and I will auto fire. And if I get a purple because they are engaged, I do have archery, which reduces a purple.
They're on the ceiling. They're not engaged.
Oh, they're on the ceiling? Okay, then.
Yeah, they're
then
up in
never
the
mind.
ceiling.
Okay, then yeah, I will auto fire and aim once, and yeah, I will aim at this group.
Okay, sorry, which group are you aiming at?
This one, the furthest.
Okay.
As he's shooting up at the ceiling in front of you.
Hey, at least he's not shooting at an engaged target with the
Yeah.
friendly. There is at least
yeah.
that.
Yep. Okay. So, you ready?
Yeah, I got the blue dice in there for you.
Alrighty.
Sure you don't want to use a story point?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my goody
So-
two shoes.
So, anyways, that's a 14. PS2.
Jesus.
Where did those all come from?
So I do accurate too. So it's kind of nice.
Okay, you have accurate 2 on your
blues
weapon.
were
Because I was like,
busy.
I didn't put any blues except for the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, I've upgraded my gun a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
they
no
were
more
busy
hard
blues.
points, but it's worth it.
okay,
Yeah, those
so
are very busy blues.
needless to say, you ripped through with 11 points, the first pair. What do you want to do with your buttload of 9 advantages?
9 advantage, God.
So I'll use 2 of them to rip through the second 2.
Good thing we brought the exterminator with us.
Fucking hell.
Light machine gun is good.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I have 7 left. So I will go down to 5 and regain 2 strain.
Okay.
And then it's 3 to upgrade the difficulty of the next enemy's check, right?
I would say if I was you, I'd use those 3 to get rid of the fear from that failed fear check you did. You want to
Okay,
get rid
I'll
of
do
some
that.
of those black dice you got. You want to get your gumption back?
Yeah, sure.
That
I'll
would
do
just
that.
be would just be me.
Yep, I'll do that. Then I'll use 3 to
Okay.
get rid of that. And then
Nice cathartic killing of spiders.
yes, and then I will use 2 advantages to give the next enemy going a black die.
Okay. It was
You know, they
very
heard the machine gun
unsettling
fire.
hearing the machine gun rip again.
The capybara's just watching through the cameras and just sees this. Is like, Jesus, fuck.
Freaking Spider Slayer, the new nickname.
As immediately the ticky noises over here stops and seems to retract. As, something is definitely going to hide itself as opposed to further throw itself in front of the light machine gun. And over here wheels out a spider drone that's obviously geared towards building maintenance. It looks like a janitor bot. You see familiar attachments, and it's just walking around the corner like a freaking sloth, ignoring anything and just cleaning.
Watch out, it'll mop you to death.
Oh no.
Right.
It for Hayo there, it definitely seems interested in the bullet holes and bits of spider robot on the floor. It looks like it's going to be. It looks up, acknowledges the mess that someone left all across the floor here, and now further into here with the ceiling chunks on the floor. And
Is this
seems
like a buffer droid or?
You are 100% sure it is a janitor drone. You've seen them every day at work. You know, of course, at your work at Jinteki, they're genetically engineered drones. But this is basically an old, antique Rosie the Robot spider maintenance drone. And it's looking at the shot up room over here going, what the fuck? As it just like, you know, totally does the Rumba thing, as it just like goes to the next piece of mess and starts hoovering it up.
Yeah, it's not messing with anybody, so that's good.
So who's doing what?
I am gonna stand up.
Dust off the pellet, dust off your chest.
Yeah.
Bits of spider drone all over you.
What is it? Is it like pepper spray pellets or something? Jeez.
Yeah, it's basically like pepper spray, but it's now inert, so it no longer works.
It's expired.
Expired a decade ago. The capsaicin is not doing its job.
No.
What else are you doing?
I'm gonna kick these things.
You kick the garbage that fell from the ceiling above you, and one leg twitches as he shot them to shit. And you.
But I'm not gonna freak out and shoot him like somebody. Which, you know, I personally can't blame him, but Sapio does, because Sapio didn't see what happened.
You have the comforting smell of his auto fire all through this fucking hallway.
Cordite everywhere.
It's like any second the fire alarm's gonna go off. This is the third burst of full auto in this hallway. There's a smoke cloud clinging to the ceiling.
Okay.
All right. And did you say anything about the stuff up here? You did, right?
Mevin? I don't think Mevin said anything about it.
No, he hasn't yet.
Yeah, I told you guys about the fucking bots.
Yeah, he did.
I just didn't tell you guys about the janitor bot.
Yeah, that's right. So I'll move up there.
Mostly because I was hoping it would scare Hitomi.
Hayo, as you get in here, you totally notice that there's a elevator right there in the maintenance in the cafeteria area.
Oh, okay. All right, elevator left.
There's totally a big sign that says elevator to subfloor and subfloor to level 2.
Anything? Is this a door, I'm assuming, or
That's
doorway?
Totally a door. That's totally a door.
And it's
door
open,
like
closed.
Currently, it is closed.
Okay.
I'll
go
watch
ahead.
out. It was.
You can always give it a kick.
Like, it went quiet once Hitomi shot things, so.
Yeah, Mevin can tell you the sound receded.
Right.
Sounds like it backed away from where it was going towards you. It backed away.
All right. I'll hold ground here until the others are ready to proceed forward to the elevator.
Okay, who's doing what?
Great question.
Yeah.
Everyone is paralyzed.
Somebody.
Okay.
Well,
so
like I said, he got up and kicked the droid. I moved forward. I'm holding ground. Said elevator.
I
So
will
now
move
just
right
waiting for
here.
everybody to move this way.
Yep, I'll move right there.
Ooh, choke point of death. I like it.
I know.
Okay, who's doing what next? Obviously, the creepy lighting and the creepy sound effects is working. The group is scared to go off anywhere alone, except for the guy with the smoking, glowing barrel. And it's mostly glowing because the laser pointer.
I'm gonna go check out the break room.
Okay, it looks like we're going to the break room from both doors.
Well, there's
I like
a
it.
door. Oh, I guess.
Yeah, that's a door too. That's a door.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Is it a door or like a service window?
It's kind of a service window, but if you want to hop over it, you could hop over it.
I just go the long way around and walk up to the vending machine.
As Mr. Candy has all the candy you want. Do me a favor. Give me, when you walk in there, give me a vigilance or perception roll.
Those are the same thing for me.
Okay, it looks like a long unused cafeteria area, as there's some food containers out that long ago. At least that's what you look like. And you notice the water system still says the water filters are still clean, so you can drink the water here. As well as the Mr. Candy wants to serve you candy.
Hooray. Let's go buy some of that candy then.
Mm.
I'm gonna start feeding ones into it.
Mr. Candy has what you need. Candy full of nutritious supplements.
They found out later on that every one of these supplements carcinogenic.
Yeah.
Extremely carcinogenic.
All of them are cornstarch. Okay,
this additive is actually just asbestos. They rebranded it.
So kind of out of initiative, do you guys go into the cafeteria?
Sure.
Since you're terrified of initiative. Okay, one of you guys give me a perception check. I'll let the best of you give me a perception check.
That'd probably be me.
Only if you get into the room, since you're still down the hallway.
Yeah. Is that better?
Okay.
Actually, we're in the room here.
It's funny because you're more dangerous.
Parkour!
That door
Okay.
there. You're standing next to the door that we heard robot noises instead of coming where it's safe in the cafeteria.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
Excellent. As you find some food, some shelf-stable food in this room, cafeteria is staffed full of snacks and soda drinks that don't go bad. All the Rockstar you could drink. And as the lights come on, you know, the sink totally powers up and the sink gives you its little tutorial display on how to use the water filter. You're hearing the music thumping next door. And as you guys start to get comfortable in this cafeteria and candy starts coming out of the candy machine, we'll take a quick 5-minute break. And then y'all can tell me what your plan is next.
Yeah, definitely.
My plan is to empty out this fucking vending machine.
As all of a sudden you're realizing these are candies that you could get a mint for in the market. Alright, I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Is it named Brendan?
Who? What?
That's from Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh.
Brendan's a AI vending machine.
He's fucking great.
He's awesome.
He will also, I did the Game Foundry board game starter for the Cyberpunk board game, and he's one of the additions to it. You can also play as the sentient gun.
Skippy?
Yep, you can play as Skippy. You can attach yourself to your ally so that they get a bonus to their attacks and everything, and you also get your own turn too.
Yeah, the bad thing about Skippy is that even no matter what setting, you always kneecap them. Now, when you pick them up, you can. It's like, okay, you know, do you want to be, you know, stone cold killer or pacifist mode? Pacifist mode is where you shoot them in the kneecaps. And after like using them once or twice, all you do is kneecap people. It's really annoying. I don't know if that's an Xbox bug or if that's just how, you know, everything.
Way it's designed,
Yeah.
programmed.
I mean, Anshin, did you notice that or?
I mean, I guess it depends because, like, I guess for me personally, like sometimes he was passive and sometimes he wasn't. So
yeah.
I mean, like typically for my Cyberpunk playthroughs, I've never really done a non-killing one playthrough yet.
Yeah.
Which honestly
I've tried. It doesn't work well.
Well, it's honestly not the hardest thing, but when I was doing it, so the way I did it was I used gorilla arms, right? Because it's one of the easiest ways to do it. But the thing I found out is sometimes if I did like the double punch or anything of that sort, or a heavy punch, I could accidentally kill them outright. Which was more my issue, about accidentally killing them rather than not being able to.
Yeah, no, I had no problem killing people. It's just like, oh, for the love of God. You know, it's... You're trying to be sneaky, and yeah, there's some missions you can't be sneaky.
I don't know. If you kill all enemies within 20 seconds while using Sand Devastan, that's pretty sneaky.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do. Just activate Sand Devastan, activate it for like, get it up to like 40 seconds so that you get just 40 seconds of just pure carnage. Like one time with the Sand Devastan, I was able to do 3 side missions back to back to back because they were in a close area. So I just ran from one to the next, just killing everybody, and then by the time it's done, boop, all over.
I can't. There was one where I mean, I had Death and Taxes with the silencer.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, it was when you saved the doctor in Dogtown. It's like I killed them all without making a noise. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I mean that's the thing. Like typically, my favorite build to go is melee katana because you know, it swings really fast, and when you have a Sand Devastan, it's just nothing else to it.
I prefer the quick hacks, but you know, that's just.
I find that so lazy. Like, I did that in my first playthrough, and like, no, I'm not gonna lie, it's OP as hell, but like, I just find it lazy.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you like doing.
Yeah.
If you want to be stealthy, it's pretty much the way to go. But
but again, you're stealthy if all the enemies are dead.
Yeah.
Like doing the mission to save God, what's his face from the Aldecardos?
Saul?
Yeah, Saul.
Yeah, I got
Saul.
I got like 3/4 of the way with that. I basically killed everybody outside, and then when I go in, that somebody sees me. I'm like, "Are you freaking serious?"
No,
I just like wasted 20 fucking people.
So it took me about 2 tries to do it, but with the Sand Devastan and with a katana/knife throwing build, I was able to kill everybody and do it stealthily within 30 seconds. It took a lot of work to do it, but you know, I was able to do it.
Yeah.
Like the main thing was basically the route that I was going, I had to essentially skip the walkway at the top and just knife throw at the sniper and the other person in there. And if I missed those, then that was it. Yeah. But other than that, everybody else was really easy.
And then I got one of the quick hacks that's untraceable, but it basically uses all of your RAM. It's like, I mean, I have like 27 and it uses like 26. But you just sit there. I mean, if you're in no hurry, yeah, you could you can do things quietly just by like one at a time.
Yeah, exactly. Quick hacks is like freaking every other game. It's like, what was that? It must have
Yeah.
been the wind. And then they just
Yeah.
go back to. But I gotta say, it's always hilarious because, like, before, like, the Dogtown update, if you used to stand Devastan against, like, a Cyber Psycho or any boss, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And now the fact that they can actually just move normally, like they should, is fucking great.
Yeah.
Because I use it and I'm like, oh, wait, that just means we're on an even playing field now. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I'm sure that's, yeah, I mean, the Cyber Cycles, these quick hacks don't do much against.
I mean, it makes sense. They're juiced up.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it does about as much as a grenade does, it's. And the the debuffs really don't do it jack to them. You basically have to, overheat them or something like that, because the debuffs don't do jack shit to them.
Yeah, but I mean, they can only be so good against so many things. If they were good against
exactly.
Something, then.
But I do like putting in the weapon mod that turns the bolts to explosive. That's fun.
That is a funny one.
The one you get from the Chimera core.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other two, they're not as useful. But yeah, because I got bored and I started going through another playthrough the other weekend, since I've kind of run out of shit to do around here besides clean.
For me personally, I'm just trying to finish up my D&D stuff for my Saturday group.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost done with all my prep for that campaign, and once I'm done, then I will have so much free time, because I'm spending an average of 6 to 8 hours a week just working on this stuff.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Keep you busy at least.
Yeah, it does keep me busy, but it's just the fact of like for months and months, I was trying to work on it and I wasn't getting anything done because my brain just wasn't thinking of ideas. And then as soon as I said, okay, we're going to be playing this next month, my brain just went, okay, I'm now going to start working. And it started doing everything all of a sudden. I'm like, fuck you too, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you've ever read the Expeditionary series, where the Skippy name comes from, it's one of the characters in there is basically this supercomputer that's the size of a moon but compressed into a beer can. And
what the hell?
In reality, well, I mean, there's different layers of they're like kind of like a subdimension. Basically, most of his mass is in a different dimension.
Oh, okay, so they're pulling like fourth dimensional bullshit.
Understood. Yeah. So and one of the one of the characters comes up with all the stupid ideas that that the supercomputer can't think of, because he, even though he's a complete asshole, he just thinks too logically. But yeah, I mean, so the guys, he'll just be like jogging on the treadmill, and then just come up with some really stupid idea that really shouldn't work, and it does. So whenever the galaxy's in danger, they're like, go for a run. But yeah, no, I mean, sometimes it's like, when you think about it, you just stress yourself out a little bit sometimes.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, that's just from my 49 years of experience. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, that's right. A new Dungeon Crawler Carl came out, didn't it?
Did it?
Yeah, a couple months ago, I think. I didn't like the last one that much.
Yeah, it's not one of the series that I follow.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are good, but yeah, I mean, it's more the characters are good. The story, not so much sometimes.
Oh, also, I am not planning to watch the Mando film.
Yes, the inevitable run.
I'm done with Mando.
Oh no! Why? What happened?
I mean, it's just like it's mediocre at best. Like the only season that I liked was the third season, which apparently everybody fucking hated.
It was okay. I mean,
No, the reason why I liked Mando season 3 so much was because it wasn't about Mando or Grogu. It was about the Mandalorians.
yeah.
The shit that I wanted to see.
I don't know. I quite liked season 1.
Yeah, I mean, again,
mean,
it's all personal preference on what you expect from the show.
For me, I just wanted Mandalorians, and it just gave me a Mandalorian.
Yeah. Well, that's why it's called The Mandalorian, not The Mandalorians.
What
was awful was the Book of Fett.
You mean?
I actually liked that too.
The Book of Fett was just a Mandalorian season 2.5.
Yeah, except for the fact that here's Boba Fett, the best bounty hunter that basically ever existed, getting his ass kicked constantly for the first few episodes,
and him not doing anything illegal.
I mean, it depends. It depends on if you're going legacy or or whatever. But yeah, I mean,
also him not doing anything illegal, even though Boba Fett did the most illegal shit in the entire galaxy.
Some of it, yes.
Even the
actually, technically, bounty hunters almost never did illegal things.
Right.
They're part of the bounty hunters guild. Their job holds them to a very specific code, quite often.
Yep.
No, I'm talking about Boba Fett specifically, though. He broke so many galactic laws.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to sell drugs now because that's bad." And the thing
galactic law is like international law. It only exists if you don't have the power to escape the consequences.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, if you read the books and stuff, but he was he at least all the books I read, that he was in, he never got into the drug trade or anything like that. He just killed people.
And there were people that had warrants out for him, so it was all legal.
Right.
But I mean, another thing is just the fact of like, they might have had code and everything, but like Boba Fett would definitely sell spice. And the thing is, if he wanted to be good, spice is the main ingredient used in all medical technology. And
except for Bacta.
Yeah, except for Bacta, which is just a byproduct of bacteria, just like penicillin.
Yeah, but again, you can sell spice and it still be used for good. Like the fact that he wants to completely shut down spice is just stupid.
Well, I think it was well, anyway.
Well, the big thing I think was there's medical spice and then there's the drug spice.
Yeah, it's kind of like
the
opium.
Drug spice to help, like in what World War I, the Brits used opium as a medical. So you can use it for medical purposes. Yeah. It's just that more often than not, it becomes a thing abused, so that's why they want to regulate it. But, Star Wars is like, remember, Hutt space, that's Columbia. What happens in Hutt space stays in Hutt space.
Then what would the corporate sector be?
CorpSec, that would totally be corporate America. All the things we were taught to fear in Cyberpunk.
It's Manhattan. It is Manhattan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Okay.
What happens on the island stays on the island because the police are bought and paid for. Because that's
CorpSec is the Caymans, actually, but
that would totally be that would work. It's where the money's held.
And then what was that other?
Because that's one of the problems with the Republic is they have to deal
cluster?
with. Was that it? I thought it began with an H.
Oh, the Hapes cluster.
Yeah. The one with the the weird ship.
Yeah, the Hapes cluster is very small. The Tion cluster is further out towards the outer rim and is basically the power base of the Confederacy back then.
Yeah. Because that's the problem with the Republic is they've got to cater to every society out there from one point or another. Like the fact in the Clone Wars, we see that those cat douchebags still have their kingdom with slavery.
Yeah.
And the problem is everybody shuttles their slaves through places so that they can keep slavery going from a certain point of view. And that's one of the big ones of, oh, look, the Jedi and the Republic never did anything to stop slavery in hut space, which you think they should have if they were trying to help people. But they don't want to piss the huts off.
Yeah.
They literally have to pick their battles.
I mean, it's kind of like when we were in Afghanistan. I mean, yeah, we would do patrols and stuff. We weren't protecting the poppy fields, but we wouldn't fuck with them.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to deal with another group. And it was literally the fifth largest form of income for the country. So
yeah, it's because there it's totally legal as long as you don't try to take it in or out of country.
Yeah.
Because we all know why that is.
I never was in an area that had them, but yeah, I mean, I talked to the guys. It's like, yeah, it's like we weren't protecting them. We just avoid them because it's another group. I mean, because the cartels and the Taliban didn't get along.